Hello, in this video we are going to cover using Game Center within your Cocos 2D.js project for iOS. If you want something similar for Android, use something like Google Play Services. We've got videos for that as well. So the Cocos helper really simplifies the process of using Game Center. You're also going to want to make sure that you've set up the Cocos helper. We'll have a separate video link in the description for that, so check that out if you haven't already done so. You're going to need a iTunes developer account. It's just $100 a year. So once you've got all that and you've created your application on iTunes Connect, you want to go to Game Center, go to Enable for Single Game, and then Game Center has been enabled. If you want to disable it, just click this enabled button and it will disable Game Center. Maybe in an update you want to disable it, maybe you're switching up to Google Play or something like that. I don't actually like the text in here, I'm rambling a bit, but it should be called something like disable Game Center. Moving on, we can add a leaderboard, so just click add leaderboard, choose single leaderboard. So we're just going to put a reference name, and this is just for the purpose of the dashboard. So for this I'm going to put helper.js tutorial. You need a leaderboard ID, and this cannot contain any spaces. The leaderboard ID is what we're going to use in code. So score format, I'm just going to choose integer. Score submission type, we want the best score to be the sort of submission we want. Sort order, I'm going to have high to low, and you can have a score range as well. So if you don't want the user to have a score below 1 or a score above 100, you can add an optional range, but I'm just going to leave it as default. Generally you should have checks within your code anyway for score ranges, but this just adds an extra level of check. So just click add language. You do need one language as a bare minimum. Obviously if you add more, it just helps the game do better generally. If you just add a language, so I'm just going to add English, just name it English language JS helper. Choose a score format, I'm going to choose the one with a comma. A suffix, so I'm going to put point, and a plural suffix. This is cool. So if you earn more than one, you'll say, let's say 5 points. You can set an image for your leaderboard. It shows you some details of what the image should be. You can just choose file. Because it's optional, I'm going to leave it blank. Click save, and now just click save again. Now that we're back, we're just going to add an achievement. So click add achievement. Put achievement reference name. Again, this is just for the dashboard for iTunes Connect. Achievement reference JS helper. Oopsie daisy. For the achievement ID, again, it needs to include no spaces, and this is what's going to go into your code. You need a point value. Each game has each application has an allocation of 1000 points on the Apple App Store, and each achievement can have a maximum of 100 points. So I'm just going to put 50. Is it hidden, yes or no? By default I'm just going to put no. Is it achievable more than once? And basically what that is, if it's achievable more than once, you can challenge other users to get this achievement so they can unlock it several times. So I'm just going to click no. Click add language, and this is the same as before pretty much. So I'm going to put English title, so I'm just going to put language English helper achievement. Didn't spell it right, but leave it. And then a pre-earned description, so this appears before you unlock the achievement. So I'm going to say, are you worthy? Wow, you picked up the hammer. Nice one. And now click choose file. For an achievement you do need a file which has to be 512 by 512. I've just got a Superman logo from Google, so I'm just going to add that and then click save. Now click save again to save our achievement. Now this is done. The only thing we're going to need from iTunes Connect in a moment is the leaderboard ID and the achievement ID, so we can submit some scores and unlock the achievement. So go to your project. You want to go to the sch settings.h file, enable Game Center, set this to true. In a comment to the right, it tells you all the frameworks you need, which is Social and GameKit. So go to your project up here, build phases, link binary with libraries, click the plus button, social.framework. Okay, the framework didn't get added there. I've had this issue before, and the way I fixed it is just remove it from there, just literally reboot Xcode, because sometimes it has that issue. So go back to the project, add social.framework, and as you can see it's added it now. So if you have that issue that it's not appearing there, just reboot Xcode. We want GameKit.framework. And now we're done in terms of setup. We can actually start coding. So go to the app.js. First method we're going to call is Sonar Cocos helper .game center.sign in. So this will just obviously sign the user in. And in Sonar frameworks, if you just search for Game Center, you can find all the methods available to you to put into your game. So we've just used the sign in method. Let's also use the achievements method. So show achievements. So scroll up. I've created two menu buttons, or creating an additional one, I should say. So the button on the left on the Sonar Cocos helper .gamecenter.show achievements. The button on the right, I'm basically going to submit or unlock an achievement. So over here, right here, do Sonar Cocos helper .gamecenter .unlock achievement, and in here it takes two parameters. It takes the achievement ID and percentage. So the achievement ID is this one right here, and the percentage, the reason you provide, or you can provide a percentage, is because you can allow the user to only unlock part of the achievement. So if it's more incremental, so if they have to do loads of stuff to unlock it, so that's pretty cool. If you leave it blank, it will unlock the entirety of the achievement, aka 100%. So I'm just going to leave it blank, and now we're actually ready to run this. So we'll unlock an achievement first, and then we'll show you how to use leaderboards. There is actually another method. So if we go back here, so we got submit score, show leaderboard, which is what we're going to be dealing with next. But there's a method at the bottom called reset player achievements, which we want you to implement, but it's pretty simple. It resets the achievements. So it's saying our Game Center has signed in, which is really cool. So let's just click on, actually, let me just confirm what button was which, I forgot. The one on the left, it shows the achievement. So if I click this, this now shows our achievement, language, English, helper, achievement. It didn't even spell it correctly. It says, are you worthy? Earn 50 points. So if I go there and click this button, like so, it says English, achievement unlocked, where you picked up the hammer. And now go back to achievements, and now it's unlocked that achievement. So where you picked up the hammer, nice one. So as you can see, that text has now changed to the unlocked text. If I go to leaderboards, nothing's there because we haven't submitted a score yet. Let's go and do that. So let's comment this out and now do Sonar Cocos helper .gamecenter.show leaderboard. And show leaderboard just basically opens up the Game Center as it did for show achievements, but it opens up the first tab, aka the leaderboard tab first. Obviously they can switch from one to the other, but this just adds to the user experience, or minimalizes, I should say, the interaction the user has to do to get to what they want. So let's comment this out. And in here, I'm going to do Sonar Cocos helper .gamecenter is submit score there, and I believe that you get the score first and then the leaderboard ID. So submit score, copy and paste it just in case I've spelled it incorrectly. Score number, which is the amount that you're trying to submit, and then the leaderboard ID. So submit score, it was correct. So score number, I'm just gonna put 548, and for the leaderboard ID is this one right here. So right click, copy, paste it here. Now run our application. So as you can see, it signed us in. If we click this button, which shows our leaderboards, as you can see, it's open the leaderboard tab first. If we go to achievements, our achievement is still unlocked as you would want it to be, linked to your account. Click done, and then if we click this button, it's now submitted our score to the Apple servers. Now if we click this button, there you go, it says I've earned 548 points, and as you can see, it's in points, not point. If I were to just put 1, it would be 5. I mean, it would just be 1 point. So it does all that for you, so you don't have to check is it 1 or is it above, and then appropriately add the suffix. It does it for you. So like I said, there's one method remaining, which is reset player achievements. It's very simple. It locks all the achievements that the player has unlocked. But bear in mind, make sure the user knows before they click a button like this that this cannot be undone. And we want you to just use it yourself as an extra task. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on sonarlearning.co.uk/questions.php. All the required links will be in the description. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.